Just, you know, by nature of having a really strong mechanics in the lane with a good hero for it. And then you can rotate around with the natures. If, you know, Lifestealer shouldn't really be pressured too much, which means Pugna could rotate over. You start blasting towers with Nether Blast. And did Zeal take... No, he did go Stoked. I was wondering if he was going to do Arsonist, in which case that could be some real fast tower pressure. But opts for Stoked. I'm excited to see how this offlane Bat Rider pays off.
"30 seconds to battle."
Double smoke, but they both just, you know, break each other's smokes and back off.
The battle begins.
Despite being invaded, I think this might still be a 3-for-1.
Yeah.
Well, Zeal doing some early body blocking, doesn't want to play into the Weaver, which is very understandable. It's going to be quite annoying. So they do some body blocks. That should get the lane push out pretty quickly. Spirit Vessel is pretty common for Nature's Prophet, but the nice thing about Nature's Prophet is that you have a pretty flexible item build. I wonder if you go like Atos or Orchid, Early Ag, something like that to bring a little bit more crowd control for your team. Otherwise, it really is just lasso.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. We actually saw the Sand King versus Queen of Pain earlier, I believe. And there we go. Okay, we're back. Nice. We had to do a little bit of a change there, but we're good to go now. I think with the Sand King versus Queen of Pain, like, oh, well, if you miss daggers, it's really nice for the Sand King.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, he's actually so far ahead in CS. Full HP and mana, he's chilling.
Yeah, I feel like Queen of Pain is supposed to bully him a little bit more, but sometimes you misclick, so it could still bounce out. Otherwise, Sand King should just shove the lane versus Queen of Pain since you don't really want to just trade too much.
Oh god, she missed another dagger.
What is happening?
Wait, did she? Maybe not. Okay, that one might have connected. He's been dodging him with the invis, like on the projectile, and she just doesn't have a sentry in the lane to catch him. So as expected, Weaver having a pretty good time bottom. He's not really under threat at all. That being said, the Bat Rider is also having a great time. He's basically free CSing at his tower right now. And I am curious to see how well this is going to go for Oh, steals the troll. That's nice for Bobica there. I was gonna say, I'm really curious to see how this is gonna go in the long run. Like how strong this Batrider is going to be as this lane continues.
Helm of the Dominator Batrider, by the way.
Is it actually? Dude, there's no way.
Ooh, nice. Oh, I thought that might block him, actually. Yeah, he's going Helm of the Dominator. The Helm of the Iron Will is actually really useful in this lane. Armor versus the physical damage of Weaver, and also helps protect you versus the aura of Elder Titan. So I see some value there on that. And, you know, I was saying maybe if you went Arsonist, you'd get more tower pressure. But I guess if you have a Helm of the Dominator, that'll also help cover your tower pressure needs.
Wow, he actually got that one Centaur out to grab that pole. Really nicely done. Top side, they're going to dive behind the tower with the TP in from Bobica. Polosin will grab the first blood for his Pugna.
Pugna's a good hero to get early gold on, even if he's a support. As soon as you have Arcane Boots, you're pretty self-sufficient and can stay pretty permanently on the map.
Good old life drain.
Good old life drain.
I'm kind of surprised Lifestealer is struggling as much as he is top. Like he's still CSing well, but he just doesn't have as much CS as I thought he would. That being said, he is into a Centaur who has like 20 more damage than him, maybe 30 in the early levels, so it's not too surprising.
I think they've also been splitting up the lane as well, so he's not directly fighting. For last hits, it's like we're laning here, you're laning there.
Tower is under attack.
And in those cases, you can't really build a big
Nice
lead.
rage. Now, still needs to be very careful. Cookie on forward. They do manage to get the kill, but here comes the Queen of Pain. Jumps in with Emo. And then Polosin, actually the one credited another kill.
Getting rich. They did, I guess, stuck around a little too long on the Lifestealer. Maybe they thought the rotation was going to come a little bit sooner.
Speaking of sticking around too long, 7E scouted from the ward, trying to make this play for the Watcher, or not for the Watcher, I'm sorry, for the Lotus Pool, and a nice TP in there from Bobica, as well as Emo turning back around to help secure this.
You know, I kind of like that idea. I think the middle of the Lotus Pool should be a Watcher, actually. I'd be up for that.
That'd be kind of hype.
Wisdom Shrine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You might need a little bit more help here. It's 3 versus 2 in this top Wisdom Shrine.
Yeah, I'm just shocked that Fly came all the way down here for this, but I guess maybe it was worth it. In comes the epicenter. They do manage to get the first kill, and Fly will be the second as Weaver made his way top. So a full 5-hero rotation to protect their Wisdom Shrine and get themselves 2 kills. Definitely worth it.
Funny enough, I feel like it's a little less worth it that Weaver also came. I thought with 4 heroes, that's pretty worth it to get the double kill, but Weaver teleporting and having to run over, take some damage on the way too. Oh my goodness, Batrider was so close to level 6. If he had that, I think you just lasso the Weaver as he comes through and you kill him. They might still be looking for that. Surprise him with the level 6 here. Good heads up play from Weaver backing up. Well, I say that.
I would say he needs to be careful of the Sprout, because it's one of those things that like Weaver really does not like playing into it. And now Zeal looking for the lasso, doesn't get it, but does force the time lapse.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And now he can't really come to this lane.
Actually, that's a little bit of a bait. He didn't even level lasso, actually. He went 2-1-3, I guess, for the farming speed.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually not that uncommon.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We're going to see Echoes here clearing up the jungle stacks on the Sand King. Kind of a standard on this hero every single time. Once you have that level 4 Sandstorm, it's pretty much fair game. Pugna coming bottom with the Bobacut to help work on this tier 1 tower. And, well, 2 of probably the fastest pushing supports in the game. Should be able to get this. And even the Helm Dom now being completed will secure it. It gets the deny! Oof.
Oh yeah, she only has 1 point in Nether Blast. No wonder why that took a little longer than I thought. She went 2 points in the Nether Ward. Is that worth it this game?
Yeah, I'm trying to think why. Like, who specifically is your Nether Ward for?
I don't know. Usually the build is 4-1-1. Because Nether Ward is pretty good value with just a single point, and then you max it next. I mean, Center's got 1 spell in the lane. I don't know.
Maybe it was just a misclick. I have to imagine it is. I would be shocked if you go like 1-1-4 on this hero. It's not like you're against something like Storm Spirit or Tinker or Lesh, you know?
Yeah, I think if you go 1-1-4, I think your team needs to like do all the tower damage, which I don't think they have that this time.
All right, looks like a little bit of a headset issue, but we are back. Now, I didn't even look, but please tell me Fly on this Lifestealer is not going Helm of the Dominator. Okay, yeah, we're going the Radiance. Whew.
It'd be fun. I like it. I like when there's so many.
It's under attack.
Weaver might be dead. Ooh, okay, no, he's got 4 points. And that's Akuchi now. Never mind, I didn't realize he was level 7. Uh-oh. That's a little bit of a bait there. Queen of Pain does get the Sonic Wave off and the dagger at the last second, but the Stampede will get Echoes to safety. As the Weaver now will chase after Polison. Going to go for the E-Blade TP, but a cookie there to cut him off. Ooh, so close to the deny.
I feel like that was a really aggressive blink in.
Yeah, she was just blinking in to kill the Helm Dom creep. She did not see the Sand King there at all. Oof, doesn't get the 100 gold there. Zeal coming mid lane with his Croaker. Gonna start trying to put some pressure on this tower. Now you do have this blink on Sand King, no epicenter this time, but you still have a lot of damage that you can follow it up with. And there's the Air Splitter, blink away. They do get the Helm Dom as the Weaver actually TPs in for this. And Zeal with this Firefly, this boy is fast, looking for an opening. He can't quite connect on anything though.
Has fallen.
Meanwhile, Centaur took the top tower with his Helm of the Dominator.
Sure would help to have a stun if you want to force some of these plays. He's not even leveling Lasso. He's the only guy with a stun. He's like, I'm not going to take it, guys. You can't do this to me. You can't make me the one initiator. I'm going to make us all
Dire's
suffer.
middle tower has fallen.
Well, like you said, it isn't that uncommon, but I feel like in a game where no one else has any crowd control, like, I don't know, maybe you should take it.
Yeah. It's whatever. Zeal's just playing for his own item timings right now. He's almost got his drums. Which, Drum's Batrider is actually not that uncommon because you can play for the Boots of Bearing eventually. And just with 4 points Firefly and Drums, you're pretty much hasted during that second half of the Firefly duration.
I feel like we see Drums more if you're going Arsonist, though, so it's kind of interesting that it's on Stoked. Though, like you said, you are pretty much hasted, so that is kind of nifty. We're already seeing him zoom around, and he doesn't even have it yet, so
who needs who needs Lasso when you can just be hasted on top of heroes?
You know, you're not wrong. Though he hasn't done it yet. He is 0-0-0.
Lifestealer's Courier. Oh, never mind. He's still got quite a bit of gold he needs to pick up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, that's a big stack to steal. That hurts.
He's a little low. Maybe they can
Radiant's middle
force
tower
this.
is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Guess not. I thought with Batrider in the area, you might be able to like run in there, grab the Sand King, but maybe they didn't. I didn't check. Maybe they didn't have detection on them, so they didn't feel they could do it quite yet.
I feel like it's a little bit of an early rotation for the Wisdom Shrine, right? Like they were hoping to try and catch someone in the triangle. Oh, actually off the mark there with that Burrow Strike. Does get the huge Sonic Wave. Lasso is available. Does end up committing it to secure the kill, but yeah, this Batrider just running them down. Emo in pursuit as well, and they should eventually finish the kill here onto the Snapfire. 6 stacks of sticky napalm, and yeah, they've got him. Huge win there, actually, from the Dire. They pretty much got everything they needed. They're gonna get their Wisdom Shrine, 3 kills and a tower.
You know, when you're right, you're right. Apparently, you just don't need stuns. Lasso is the shortest duration lasso ever as well. I think it was Sand King or something that you finished the kill on.
Yeah.
And they just ran everyone else down, so maybe you don't need stuns when you all just run real fast.
I honestly didn't even see the lasso. The only reason I noticed it was because I heard it. You know, the sound design in the game, fantastic, but I couldn't even see the lasso go off. Like, that's, yeah. Unfortunate for the Batrider.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, but Boga's trying to get an Orchid to help cover some of their crowd control issues. It's not a bad first item on Natures, but it does require you to farm quite a lot.
I definitely thought he'd go the Vessel build this game.
But have
like
you
the Vessel
that your team needs crowd control?
Yeah. I mean, does Orchid bring it? I mean, I guess it's some form of crowd control.
Yeah, in particular, it helps with the Weaver. Before he gets some form of Dispel, you can maybe get some kills there. But you could also, for example, stop Snapfire Ultimate, which you can't otherwise. Maybe even the Sand King if you see him before he starts channeling.
Ooh, Sonic Wave. Are they going to connect on it? They're really trying to, but the Stampede making some space. Goes back the other way. Sonic Wave does only connect onto the Elder Titan, and that's not going to be enough. And now you are in pretty deep. Trying to look for more here. Is this Weaver? But Lifestealer gets the rage off, running down the Centaur. Now a blink aggressively forward, as they will lose ZZQ as well.
Stuns are for suckers. Just run people down. That's what I'm learning. That's what I'm taking away from this game.
Radiant's
Yep.
bottom tower is under
It is
attack.
kind of true to some degree, at least, where it's not like these are Pucks and Storm Spirits, right? These heroes do just run away. They kind of have some mobility, like you Cookie away, you Stampede, you Burrow Strike, but it's not the same level of mobility as those really elusive heroes. So it does kind of work when you're just really fast.
Bottom lane.
Oh,
Orchid
finished.
reveal. They get their hands onto the Weaver, and he's so dead.
Radiant's
He's going to lose his Courier as well. All right, now his game's going to become very difficult because at any point there's going to be a Nature's Prophet globally TPing into the trees and just orchiding him. So that is going to make his life pretty difficult.
He also went for, so he got Falcon Blade, Dragon Lance, going for the Maelstrom now, which means if you finish this Maelstrom, now you need to farm up, let's say, a Manta or a BKB. So there's at least a 5 to 10-ish minute window here, depending how the game is going, before you can really deal with this Orchid.
He did rush Boots of Bearing, by the way, on the Batrider. So I think this is a really sick item. Like, not only does it help him out, but now helps his entire team out in kind of sticky situations. Are they? Okay, I was like, are they not going to get Bowica? But they actually commit the Mortimer Kisses to make sure he dies. Nicely done.
With the rarely taken Marsh Mage creep there to help out.
And it's gone.
No one wants the Marsh Mage.
How do you feel about the Lotus Orb on the Centaur, by the way?
I did see he finished that. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it's good versus Lasso. You can remove some annoying spells as well. It doesn't scream like a we need Lotus game, so I am a little surprised by it.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, Lifestealer is really starting to pull away now, and this is kind of where I get worried. It is a really good Lifestealer game, and I think for Fly, he's not really going to be in danger once he gets like this Sange and Yasha completed. His Radiance, it's going to do a lot of burn damage in these fights. The Rage we've already seen have a lot of value. If he's probably not going to be the one killing the Weaver or really being able to stay on top of him, but the rest of these heroes are very, very, very susceptible to the Lifestealer. Smoke top. They should go for an infest or just a bait.
Tormentor. We've got our one stun Lasso. No blink though, so they actually have to just run in to get it, which is a little tough into some of these heroes, especially the Sand King and the ET.
Or they come to you, right? You just bait your Lifestealer.
There you go. I mean, you know they want to come up here for the Tormentor.
They're smoking in, looking for the Lifestealer, but
Dire are scanning.
who's gonna start the Tormentor first? Oh, smoke gets popped. Fly goes in. We're gonna start running at the Centaur, but we'll back away for now. Glimmer Cape to give him some cover. They do have the ward down already from the Pugna. As a blink, Epicenter, they managed to get the Batrider, an Infest to try and save him, but it's not enough. Now you lose the Lifestealer as well. He just gets crushed. And the Orchid will finish the job onto the Weaver, but you're dead on 4, and the only hero left is a Pugna who has no chance of surviving. What just happened?
Wow. That was actually such a disaster. The Lifestealer and the Batrider just took so much damage from the Epicenter because they're all in that tree line. And I don't know if you've heard me say this, but they don't have any way to stop it because they don't have any crowd control. So he just channels the Epi, joins the fight, and does an insane amount of damage. Everyone else is able to close it out. I mean, this ET Aura is doing work for amplifying Sand King's damage. And then everyone else did stuff too, but like after that point, it was pretty set in stone. Easy fight. They didn't actually do the Tormentor though, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, they were low on some heroes. I didn't think they had the Swarm backup either, and you kind of need the Swarm for it.
That's fair. It looks like they might be coming back up here to finish the job now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I was thinking Afa did a great job in that fight. He just like ran in there.
Yeah.
I'm so
Tried to
tanked.
scout
What are
them
gonna
out
do
where
to
they
me?
were on the high ground and stuff.
Yeah. Also faked out the Lifestealer Rage, right? Like, used Hoof Stomp but canceled it to make him think he needed to rage, and that kind of put them on a back foot. And that's actually what eventually led to the Lifestealer dying as well, right? He had no rage to deal with Epicenter.
They do manage to get the Tormentor, and that shard will go to the Elder Titan. Amplify damage. They're going to go into Roche. I don't think you actually do this. I mean, Lifestealer is like one of the worst Roche heroes in all of Dota. But I guess with Pugna,
as long as the enemy doesn't come and stop you, you can do this. Which, because they were doing Tormentor, I don't think they're suspecting this. They're thinking the same thing as you. They're like, Lifestealer's terrible at this. Like, we don't really have to worry about it. But the amplified damage plus the Pugna healing is making this a slow but doable Roche.
All right. Aegis into the hands of the Queen of Pain, who desperately needs it, as she has really struggled in the last couple of fights. I mean, to be fair, the whole team struggled in the last fight, but we did not really see much come out of the Queen of Pain in that.
Do you still get Armlet at this point? Radiant, Sanj, and Yasha? Now into the Armlet?
I mean, it's a good item on the hero, but yeah.
Usually you get it
maybe
like, right
just wants
after...
it for the armor?
Maybe, yeah. Usually you get it right after Radiance if you're going to do it. I don't think I've seen it after another item before.
Are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, they have the blink on the Batrider. See if they can actually find something with this. It looks like both teams maybe giving up their tier 2 top side. They've already forced the fortification. And bottom lane with the Pugna, they should get this fairly easily.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's
If Yakutou's set up like this, it is hard to come fight them, even though there is a 4K lead. It did work in the top fight at Tormentor, but part of the issue was they set up so far back. I remember the Nether Ward was pretty deep, but then the fight broke out further out away from where they had set up, and that's part of why it didn't quite pan out.
Oh, we got a CC item. Basher online.
Will pay for crowd control. It is what you need to do. I guess that means he's not doing the armlet. Unless you get it now.
He's gonna go AC, it seems. Okay, I'm way more down for this item build. I agree. I think the armlet felt a little bit strange to go back for this late.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Mid tower fortification will take down the catapult, but again, you've got a Pugna here who's set up looking to try and kill this. Ooh, rage just in time. Nice force staff. Big epicenter comes through. They get the stun. Blade mail comes through. Emo just dies. Sacrifices the Aegis thanks to the BKB of Echoes, and he doesn't get an infest into anything. Lasso will go ahead and pull this Centaur in pretty deep. Sonic Wave will help finish the job. Does he live? He does. You are kidding me. And now with this Burrow Strike onto Zeal, but does get the blink out thanks to that Glimmer Cape.
Sand King is doing so much work in these fights. He's consistently the top damage, and then like just stunning target to target. And then being amplified by the ET cannot be underrated. Queen of Pain usually lives longer in these fights with the like Blade Mail and the bondage build and all that stuff, but really just getting burst down from the Sand King.
Ooh, Emo, you might be dead, buddy. You gotta be very careful. Jump in. Bobica does find the Weaver. Gets the Orchid. Do they have the damage? It's going to be close. The Sprout actually blocked off the Lifestealer. They got him. Just in time, down to the low ground. Infest into the blink away. They need a bash here. They got it. Double kill for Fly. Very nice play from Bobica on this to find the Weaver.
Mambo, mambo, mambo.
Very back and forth. I feel like anytime the Radiant is all together, the fights have been going their way. I think the synergy between their heroes and the ease of execution we talked about earlier, where it's like, I go in and then you guys follow up. All of those fights have been good. But it seems like they stick around too long after winning those fights, push a little too far, and that's where Yakutou gets some return kills, keeping it a pretty even game.
Good attempt there from the Batrider to try and take the Wisdom Shrine, but doesn't quite happen. Bobica will get the other. And Bobica is starting to pull away in terms of net worth for the supports. Like, this is just kind of how Nature's Prophet works. Once we get into that mid game, this hero can really take advantage of the larger map.
I like this Ags pickup. Well, I mean, it doesn't have it yet, but Ags on Lifestealer means that if you do get jumped by Sand King, for example, you can just infest him if you need to dodge out some of the epicenter damage. It can also allow you to follow the Weaver while he's shakuching around, or Stampede is coming into play, so should allow them a little bit more utility to work with.
The cast range is also quite useful. Blink, stun, lasso, found the Snapfire, gonna pull her right into the hands of the Lifestealer, but the sleep into the Earth Splitter, the follow-up from Echoes is doing so much work, and now, with both supports dead, or not even both supports, with the Batrider dead, they'll just back away.
It's the combo, you know? I mean, like, whoever gets jumped, you have either Hoof Stomp, Counter Initiate, you got Burrow Strike. Some nice body blocks. He does get away at the end there, though. Yeah, it's a little too deep. I don't think you can get that far. Oh, actually, they just sent
That is an insane call from 70. Fly just walks in and dies. He had Infest. Oh, no.
He wrecked by AoE magic damage. I don't understand how, because it's a Lifestealer, but every fight that happens, they're just throwing in their spells and 100-0 killing everybody.
He was trying to get in range to infest the Queen of Pain, and she died before he could get the infest, and then he just didn't have rage and dies.
I feel like you need BKB on this Queen of Pain. She went Aghanims, but they're just getting destroyed by the ET aura and then magic damage coming in.
I feel like this is what I see most.
Buildings fall.
Yeah, I feel like this is how I see most Queen of Pain games end up going recently. One more auto attack especially will do it, but the Glimmer Cape will get her to safety. Zeal. Oh my gosh, doesn't get the kill.
Oh, stunned. Alright, let me tell you, no matter how this game ends, whether they win or lose, Yakult Brothers is grabbing another stun in the next game. There's so many cases of heroes just leaving in front of them or not being able to start a fight cleanly. And because they're having to itemize to build some of the crowd control, they don't have as many auras to deal with ET. In fact, they don't really have any aura builder because they have an offlane Batrider. So their itemization is... Usually you see a lot of like Pipe, Vlad, mech type items to counter the ET aura, but no one has really done that because you have Orchid Hex on your Prophet. You have some glimmers, but that doesn't really help the team. That just helps the buyer.
Flyfly did finish his Aghanim Scepter, so maybe that'll start making a difference in some of these fights. But yeah, they like desperately need a pipe. There's a refresher done on Sand King now.
Even though I agree, I don't like who even builds it. It would be Nature's Prophet, but I don't disagree that they could also use a Hex. Tearlaments doesn't want the second Roche stolen away, so they're positioned here nice and early. It's a pretty decently long Roche time, though, so as they invade here, they're going to win this fight and then still have to wait for Roche.
Well, they're going to jump right in. Rage does come out, catches this. Emo comes in, nice dagger, but the Stampede at the ready, looking for that epicenter here onto Zeal. He's able to just kind of kite this out for now. A really good hold, honestly, for Yakult Brothers, as they have committed pretty heavily. They get the lasso. This one does connect, takes out the Elder Titan, and now Echoes with the refresher goes in. A nice infested dodge this one out. A lot of damage coming through, and Echoes, he's dead. You have Flyfly still plenty healthy, and a buyback coming through from the Queen of Pain. Can they bring down this Weaver is the question. They need to get him finished off. Big stomp out from the Centaur, but it's not enough. The jump in from Zeal, looking for more here. Nice Hurricane Pike. The Weaver's got lots to work with. Trying to finish the job. Ultra kill for him. Gets bashed. He's fallen low. The Infest is gonna do it. The buyback from Emo pays off. He ends up with a triple kill as they win the fight 4 for 5. And they steal a gem.
On Lifestealer save Flyfly himself so much.
Yeah,
that game gets to avoid all of the epicenter damage. The second epicenter, because the first one was off the mark, and I think if the first one had connected a little better, that fight should be pretty straightforward for the Radiant. I thought they were actually trying to back off after the first one whiffed, but I guess they tried more because he had the refresher, and it did get them some kills. But that's where the Aghanims changed the game for Lifestealer. Otherwise, in the past, he would have also died in the second epicenter.
Yeah, that's an absolutely massive win. And Roshan, unfortunately for them, is heading topside. Now, I think Tearlaments will be back in time to try and contest this. Like Batrider,
it's slowing him down. You want him to get to the pit faster.
Well, Flyfly's just gonna run in and say, all right, I'm gonna start the fight, guys. Let's see what we can get here. Hex out onto the Centaur. This would be a huge kill. Orchid up. There's gonna be the epicenter onto the Queen of Pain. They need to be able to keep him alive. They can for now. The Infest once again dodging out quite a bit. But Flyfly is in super deep. No rage for 3 seconds. Needs a little bit of help. There's the Sonic Wave, but you've lost him. The Lifestealer goes down, and with this, that's Roshan for the hands of Tearlaments. Your Batrider just wasn't here for this.
Off that first fight. That was a very aggressive move in. Again, when you don't have stuns. So even though that initial fight starts at the hard camp, it ends up being dragged all the way back to, you know, like that ward spot. And it just pulls in the rest of the team too far. They're not all together, whereas it's the Radiant's base. You know, they're easily organized together to quickly react. And another great epicenter comes out, kills 2 heroes. Lifestealer dodges the damage, but without the team, you can just focus him down afterwards.
I'll take your tribute.
I don't think we're going to see Sand King given away in game number 2.
Yeah, not with the rate this guy's going. They will grab themselves the second Tormentor. And the Lincolns now for the Weaver. So no more Infest or Lassos. At least easily into this hero.
Yeah, you'll need the natures to start it with, like, Orchid into Hex. And then the follow-up can happen. But it's committing a lot for one hero who now has the Aegis, so you're not really going to go for him until the very end.
Radiant's top tower is
But
under attack.
his damage is quite a lot at this point. They might just try to force high ground at this point. Force Yakutou brothers back. Here we go.
Yeah,
They've
they
got the
have to.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Lifestealer can clear up the banner pretty easily here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
If he opts to, that is. Oh, they're gonna just jump in right with the epicenter. The chain stuns are there. He needs to get the rage. He gets the infest at the very last second, stuck inside of Echoes. He's gonna get lassoed. Where did he go?
He immediately ran back. He's in his base again.
What moved him?
Wasn't he in the Lifestealer who jumped back?
Yeah, but he got lassoed. He was like mid lassoed and ended up getting out of the base.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, that part I'm not so sure on.
I'm genuinely confused. I have no idea what just happened there. It's like Lasso got canceled and Echoes just ended up teleporting.
I wonder if he like burrow striked as it happened.
That is a little bit of a greedy positioning there from Bobica. Down one lane of Rax, looking for the second one. Rage to dodge the cookie here means you cannot really afford to show in this wave for the little while.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Slow and safe siege. This is the way. I mean, as soon as they try to commit to your Weaver, that's where the epicenter
he's
comes
dead.
in, or you get the cookie.
He just walked right into that. They're just sitting there waiting for any stun to follow it up, and yep. Lifestealer, he does have buyback now, but that is going to be a second lane of Rax, and Echoes is going to just dive in for more. Finds the Queen of Pain, a stomp onto 3. They force the BKB out from the Queen of Pain. She has to run. They did go ahead and buy back on the Lifestealer as well as the Nature's Prophet. You got to get something surely, but they just can't. Oh, okay. First hit bash. That'll do it. On to Echoes. That'll finish the job. Nicely done.
Still, you end up with 1 kill after losing your barracks and having to buy back. That does not feel very good.
Yeah, not at all. Down
I guess
14,
you buy enough time, the
15,000.
Aegis will expire, so it's not like they're going to be pushing your top base at this point. But the Weaver's getting MKB. Yeah, just like 100 gold short at this point. So Radiance Evasion will no longer matter very much. I know they lost to Sand King there, but essentially every time he's had Epicenter, I feel that last fight was kind of forced. I think if they had just casually hit the building, it would have been a lot safer. I think with that being brought back to Earth again, you know, they'll play it safe again. And every time he's at Epicenter, it's just led to very straightforward fights. He has the refresher available again. 2.
I mean, you can
Maybe
just
a little
see
poking.
the level 25 on the Weaver there just destroyed the Lifestealer. Took him down to half health after just a couple of attacks.
The fortune.
Bugs are good. Actually, you usually go the extra Geminate attack, but I actually like that he went the Shikuchi cooldown this game because of their lack of control. He will just be zipping around these fights. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's so funny. I was looking at Tearlaments in their jungle. I was like, what are they here for? Roche isn't up yet. I was trying to piece it together. And then I just see them go like, oh yeah, they're pushing in top. We gotta go there. And they just all run this way. Yeah, I think this makes more sense. You have to deal with top. And it's the last lane really left. You could get that bottom barracks, but it's so low. I think like while you're pushing, Weaver could just run by. Or you send a Helm of the Dominator to go finish the job. So I think you really just need to camp top. And there's a small chance Roche spawns bottom, but it's most likely to be top.
That damage is insane.
They backed off real far after that. I guess recognizing they weren't near the Sand King.
Dire are scanning.
They are so afraid to show on waves right now. And I don't really blame them. What do you think your Colt brothers can do, actually, to get back into this game? There's a BKB on the Lifestealer, actually. That is one thing for sure.
You either need to take out the ET really quickly so his aura doesn't affect you as much, or you need to prevent the Sand King from this double epicenter. It's been destroying them the whole game. If you somehow manage to find him, that's good. But at this point, the Weaver is so strong that while you're focusing down Sand King, the Weaver will get at least one kill in return.
Level 25 Sand King, and he just popped an Amplify damage. If he gets Epicenter off, this fight's over. Well, they're going to jump in.
He finds them all.
This is the stomp. The question is, who's he following up with? There's the Epi, Fly, trying to find an option. He gets the Infest off inside of the Centaur, which, I mean, he doesn't really care all that much. Now has to pop the BKB and continue to run as the second Epicenter comes through, and Echoes just continues to chase. 4 more. Zeal's just gonna die. They're trying their best to get out of here. Bobica does get the bash. Hold up! Oh my goodness. Lifestealer, a very lucky bash, gets the kill. And now looking to try and turn this one around, but the buyback into that time lapse secures this one as Lifestealer's dead for 120 seconds. Into Roshan they go.
Guys, I think you just go end the game, but this is the safe play, I suppose. Get Roche and then go end the game. The BKB did do a lot of work there for the Lifestealer, but it can't be a one-man show as much damage as he did. They just call it.
GG, yeah.
Tearlaments isn't even pushing. They're like, yeah, okay, they're gonna do it eventually, guys. Let's just GG now.
Yeah.
Epicenter is just too strong this game. It just wrecked him every single fight. And at this point, the Weaver is so powerful. They actually get a lucky bash to kill him. I really didn't think they had any chance of killing the Weaver to the natural order, amplifying the damage, and that's not something Storm Spirit can do. So even though we've got a very similar draft, I do think even without being able to buy auras, you won't be punished as hard for not having an early pipe, for example.
Mambo, mambo. Mambo, mambo. Omahiri, mambo.
I think that Mambo line's the biggest win they got from TI. Didn't know they were going, and suddenly gets to spam that line. Spam this spray.
Yep.
30 seconds to battle.
I'm surprised they're not putting Bane a little further with the night vision. Like you put Bane on point to scout this stuff more than your TA.
The battle begins.
All right. 3 runes again for Yakutou. We'll see what they can do with it.
Oops. Another body block attempt bottom, but one creep slipped by, so he just immediately gave up.
That hurts.
Okay, Disruptor came down. a little
Bobica
bit.
potentially with the save, but
That wasn't a
Faces
lot,
Void's
so I
got
think
plenty of
Faces-
time now.
Yeah. Oops. He's gonna get away
Yeah,
with
that's
being
not good.
2v1 because of that.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Sniped a courier on the ET as well?
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh my
Courier's
god.
dying everywhere. And Snapfire gonna die too up here for that courier kill.
Okay, that's a really nice trade there. Polson just does not care. He's like, you get my courier, I get your life.
Whereas the Lifestealer couldn't really punish the Centaur, TA, a lot more physical damage plus negative armor, which is something Centaur is weak to. This lane going infinitely better than the last one, just off the start.
Yeah, this is night and day for sure.
Huffing and stomping is not gonna make these babies bake faster.
I am mostly curious to see how well this Faceless Void lane is going to go, because it is one of those heroes that, as the game goes on, it scales incredibly well. One of the best late game heroes in Dota, of course, but it has had a problem of never getting there. So I am, wondering how much this Helm of the Dominator build has changed it. I've seen it a couple times. It looked pretty decent, but does he get the glimpse? He does. Zeal's going to spear him right into the trees. I'm surprised it didn't just spear him into the tower, but they do have the damage to finish the job.
That might be why. Figured, like, I don't even need to reposition. I'll just get the kill, go right back to last hitting. I do think the Helm of the Dominator helps. One, speeds up the farm in the early game compared to the traditional builds. But two, we've seen many cases where you just start ratting with the Helm of the Dominator, which is a way to drag the game out to get towards that late game where Faceless Void is so strong. There will be a
Laser
TA,
looking
though.
quite good, though.
Mambo, mambo. Omachi, mambo.
What is this voice line? You're gonna have to fill me in. What is this from?
There's some anime horse derby game, I think. I think it's from that.
Oh my gosh, that's where that's from?
I think I think I read it. I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Okay.
But assume someone on Yakutou. I assume it's Maboka. He uses the voice line the most.
That's a big rotation mid here to get both of the water runes for the Queen of Pain. Forces Echoes all the way back to the base. And honestly, Disruptor, if he just kind of hangs around, they might be able to get a glimpse play if he TP's back. He is coming back to the mid lane. Dude, this would be devastating. Yeah, it looks like he is playing it smart, and he's just going to hide in the trees here. Yeah, he'll be fine. But
He is
Disruptor is just going to...
though.
Yeah, Disruptor's doing a lot of damage, and the Elder Titan TP got canceled. So he's just dead. Snapfire is going to come mid. Okay, who needs to glimpse him back when you can kind of glimpse him back by killing him instead?
The original glimpse. Yeah, he did not think they'd be able to do that, but the extra level Queen of Pain got, one from just a couple extra denies in the lane, but forcing Storm back. She got an extra level in the Shadow Strike, and you don't have Zip, so you're just a very slow hero. He instantly realized he was dead and just like stood and traded as best he could, but that is really painful. So Snapfire now in the mid lane to absorb XP, and Storm gonna have to do some jungling to catch up now.
Polison using that bonus night vision here to try and chase around the Centaur in the lane. Make sure he has tabs on that hero at all times, but Templar Assassin's completely free farming 34 and 14 to just 12 and 0 on the Centaur. Like you said, a completely different lane dynamic really from last game. That's going to be a haste rune picked up for Emo. Immediate D ward from Bobica. They got vision, I think, here from Polison. Looks like they... Well, it's like they can play for the glimpse, but they do just have the Nightmare. In comes the Queen of Pain. One more auto attack. Gets Sonic Wave now. Hold up. Haste Rune is out. ZZQ with a nice Spirit here and a lot of bonus damage, but Sonic Wave will secure the kill. That is 2 dead supports in the mid lane as Echo can't get to his tower.
Still not level 6. Just being zoned by them, standing in his way. This is a significant amount of tower damage too, because the creeps have been hitting it uncontested. Queen of Pain, lane dominator, but not usually the fastest tower taker. At this rate though, this will be a pretty quick mid tower.
They are bringing everyone here to try and contest this Wisdom Shrine, which they kind of need to, but Firefly is strong on this level 6 Templar Assassin. He's got a trap here ready to go in case they decide to run. He will. Yeah, Meld Strike is out, gets the kill.
Get a triple.
Wisdom Shrine goes to Polison. Glimpse will just pull back the Centaur, and yeah, triple kill here as all 3 heroes die. They get the double Wisdom Shrine. This game is falling apart really fast.
I think they gained health in the 2 versus 3 to start that off. By the end, a triple kill, barely costing them anything, and you get the Wisdom Shrine. Alright, they were... After they lost game 1, they huddled together like, alright guys, we were goofing with no stuns. Pull it together. Pull it together. Show them how it's done.
Wait, why don't I see the second Wisdom Shrine anywhere? Is it still up? It is still up. Hold up, they haven't even taken it.
Their own?
Yeah.
Yeah, March just didn't make his way over quite yet.
Yeah, I assumed he might have, so Disruptors just making the little stroll on over.
It's a little risky to leave it, but I like the payoff for the supports, because this way the supports both get the Wisdom Shrine, and Static Storm
their level
and
6s
Fiend
are so
Script
good.
Yeah, they're really good. And you have like a 2-level disadvantage on the supports now. Well, maybe like 1.
I've been involved in so many kills. All right, mid lane. Arcane Rune on Emo. ZZQ hiding behind the tower here, just hoping to get some XP from the creeps dying, but that is just an uncontested mid tower.
I mean, we've seen what every time they've come to try to contest it, they lose heroes. I think that's the right call.
Yeah. Topside Snapfire gonna get glimpsed right back into the hands of Fly. A Stampede tried to buy him some space, but it's just not enough.
I'd be curious what the ratio of glimpse to kills is this game. I feel like every time he's used glimpse, they get
1 to 1. Yeah. It's literally 1 to 1.
There might be a couple in the laning stage, maybe. But even then, they got some kills in the lane, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, the Mars Helm of the Dominator. Not one we see very often.
A gift from the
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But it is good for taking towers, which... that's one way to slow down the Faceless Void, prevent him from getting to that late game. Take all his buildings, restrict his space. Meteor Hammer used to do that. Everyone decided that was no fun. Now you get Helm of the Dominators. Pick your poison.
You are about to get Fiend's Grip on this Faceless Void. There it is. Sonic Wave is out. The Spear to secure the kill. They will grab the Helm of the Dominator as well. And with the catapults, their own Helm Dom, that tower should just be free for the taking. They have now built themselves a 6,000 gold advantage here just before 11 minutes.
I just realized Poloson is 4-0 and 4 on his Bane.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
He's almost got more kills than last hits.
Under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's hype, actually. I mean, if you factor in assists, he has more kills and assists than last hits and denies.
I also think some of what he has in the last hit department is dewarding, so it doesn't even count.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, I like the ward they placed back here. We see ET like near the cliff. This is where you would usually expect it, and they centered it. The observer they placed to look for storm scouting, us farming here, is actually closer to the base over here. Very unexpected. Ooh, is he trying to cliff him there?
I think he's just nightmaring him away from his sentry so he can't get the D ward. Stomp will be dodged out. Queen of Pain comes through. Poloson gets himself another. Now up to 5-0 and 4.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, but imagine you don't kill him, but you just cliff him. Don't you think that's a... It's a little bit more of a power play, don't you think? Really put you in your place.
I'd be up for it.
They got Snapfire 6. It's been quite delayed.
Dire's top tower is
One
under
Vortex
attack.
should be enough to kill, though.
Big play here with the Chronosphere. They do manage to get the ult out from this Disruptor, and the kinetic field static storm just kills the storm instead. Mars with 1,800 health is too tanky. Queen of Pain comes in now. They force the Stampede, and they are on the hunt. Oh boy, that
Has been killed.
I feel like
that is like a
GG
GG moment almost.
I feel like you're supposed to open with Vortex
Radiant's bottom tower
and
is
then
under
Chronosphere. You needed the Storm Spirit out of the Chrono to have enough damage to kill the Mars, who is such a tanky hero. He doesn't even have his neutral item. He's got so much health. Where is his neutral item? He has enough.
Yeah, Storm basically tanking a full duration static storm and then just gets speared arena. It is not really how you want to take the fight, for sure.
All
Is Mars bugged? Like, why doesn't he build a jungle item?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It says 5 out of 5, but I don't even see the option to look at it. He doesn't need it.
He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't need it.
I've got this Satyr Mind Stealer. I don't need a neutral item. This is my neutral item. It's called Helm of the Dominator. Oh, there we go. Chipped vest. Huh, I don't know. Look, we got the Roshan timer working. Neutral item might be busted now.
Oh boy. Another Fiend's Grip wraparound here onto the Faceless Void. Polosin's just everywhere.
Croaker almost helped him there. If the Croaker had canceled the Fiend's Grip, that would have been pretty pog, but yeah, he's now 5-0-5 on this Bane. I'm telling you, stuns are good. Write that down.
It's alright. Noted.
Pick stuns, win game, keep picking stuns, win DreamLeague 27, keep picking more stuns, ... win TI.
Dang, I didn't realize it was that easy, but that's pretty huge. Polosin finally gonna die here. Does he survive? Nightmare to dodge out the stomp, but they got him. Mortar Kisses, quite a bit of damage. Bobica in some trouble. Glimpse back, not gonna save him. So both supports finally go down. Those are, that means they're on the board, baby. 2 kills finally for the side of Tearlaments.
Bane's actually worth quite a lot because he had a 5-kill streak. So 800 gold for 800 gold for the Bane and 700 for the Disruptor is quite a lot. That is what happens when you're 10,000 behind at 16 minutes though. So like you said, at least you're on the board, but the situation is still very rough. And it was a pretty big commitment. You had to use the Mortimer's Kisses, which means you definitely don't have enough damage to kill any of these cores now. Also, there's a TA in the game. I feel like this happened in the earlier series too.
Yeah.
Where the other 4 members were just doing a bunch, and it's like, also Fly's here. He's farming. It's the late game insurance, but his team is in such a good spot without him. He's free to just do whatever.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Pops the fortification here to try and keep this bottom tower alive, but with the good old Helm Dom, this tower is dead. Soon to be dead.
One more.
Surely the next attack.
Got it. Alright, Storm gave up on farming his own safe lane jungle. He's made his way to the enemies.
Another catch from Polosin here. Nightmare into the kinetic field.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Polosin didn't even try to steal that. What the heck?
Uh-oh, Centaur. Yules? They're trying to hold the arena. They will just Nightmare him up to the cliff? No, okay. They Nightmare him, sets up the spear. There's the arena to cancel the stampede. There you go. And Fly will clean up the kill, and with that, I believe his first set of Deso charges. On the other side of the map, Mortimer Kisses, find a kill. Emo vortexed up and dead as well. Alright, great setup from the Chronosphere.
I think if he had
Oh my god.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Temple decreed your death.
You just decapitated him, dude. That was evil.
I don't know if TA can decapitate. I mean, she throws out like, I guess they're blades. Don't they seem like they're more like they just pierce you type stuff?
I don't quite know what they are.
They're side blades. Tricky.
Maybe if she did some like wanted stuff where she like curves the side blade, she could decapitate you, you know?
Okay, okay. Or maybe she launches two, one from each hand in like an X motion.
Yeah, you're right.
That'd be pretty sick. Make that a level 25 talent.
Radiant are scared.
That would unironically be pretty good, like a double hit.
Oh yeah, that would be insane. She'd be way too strong. Can you imagine if your Meld Strike throws 2 instances of attacks?
I love not playing Dota. Just walking around, step on a trap, TA just blink double melts me. I'm gone.
Then it like side blades and then a giant cone behind the target because it, you know, there's 2 attacks coming through at different angles.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right, 20 minutes Tormentor for the TA. Very nice. All right, nice. Goes to Boca.
I was gonna say on to the Bane might be a little better to help him get to the Aghanim sooner, but the ability to place the Thunderstrike on the ground is quite useful to scout out information, especially to find where this Faceless Void might be hiding in trees trying to chrono you, or to chase a Storm Spirit who is zipping around.
Oh, he's
Ooh,
dead.
Thunderstoy!
That is, yeah, that is rough for Echoes here.
Is under attack.
Nightmare.
Yeah, get it for yourself,
Polison's
get
like,
it for
this
yourself,
one's mine,
Polison,
buddy.
do it!
Oh, come on.
It would have brought us closer to being on parity with the kills and
Radiant's top
assists
tower
again.
is under
But now it's getting
attack.
further and
Radiant
further.
are
5, 1, and 8. I don't know, Ricky. It's like he doesn't even care about his KDA.
Not a true Dota player.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, everyone TPing back, trying to find this Snap Fire.
Oh, she's been found.
A lot of ya.
Space Mate, I guess. 2 heroes go back. Give you a little bit of
Dire's
farming
middle
space,
tower
but
is under attack.
When you say that, but there is a smoked Bane in your triangle trying to find anybody. And boy, did he find a hero called the Storm Spirit. Instant Fiend's Grip from the Glimmer Cape into a quick kill for Fly.
Cult really stepped it up this game, I gotta say.
Yeah, completely different performance from them.
I'm a little surprised they're not trying to poke a little bit more together. I'm trying to see what they're waiting for. I guess this Butterfly on Templar Assassin. She farms fast enough that I guess you'll have about a minute left on the Aegis when she finishes it. If you know, like set her up for some fast farm, aka the creep wave Queen of Pain just killed in front of her. So
Yeah,
I
I mean they'll get mid tower here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know if you even need the Butterfly. The idea is that it'll help you versus the Chronosphere, but you have the Aegis for that. I feel like you can actually just stand behind TA and let her hit the tier 3.
Butterfly is
Middle
a
tower has
pretty
fallen.
insane high ground item though. Like it's really good for sieging high ground because you can just sit there and tank the tower. Like you already have refraction and then now you're gonna have like misses as well. Faceless Void walks right into Zeal. Does have Chrono, but the Arena and the Spirit do come out. Disruptor not quite in range yet, even in the Stampede. Should be able to get to safety. No, he's been glimpsed. Well,
Oh,
just
nice. One for
sometimes you just,
Boca.
Tower is under
yep.
attack.
Sometimes you just scan the right time and find the hero you want to kill.
I just realized Maboka got a Helm of the Dominator.
Wait, did he actually? Nice.
I mean, Disruptor actually has some of the best late game items in Dota, so actually picking up an early farming item, I'm kind of on board. Also, this game you can probably build whatever. I think
Yeah,
you
say
got a
when you're
little bit
this
of
far ahead,
flexibility here.
Yeah.
Haste.
When you're this far ahead, like a Helm of the Dominator actually just feels really punishing because there's just all your lanes are going to be pushed in.
Storm Spirit scouted out by the Mars. Oh!
Oh my god, he went to like 4 different areas, gets glimpse, still Fiend's gripped up. And a spear from downtown. Echoes will tick on down again.
Okay, boys, don't play with your food too much. I feel like they're not pushing. They're getting these kills. Let's go, gang. Let's go take some buildings.
Yeah, you have your butterfly. You've got to be going high ground. TA Trap will find the Snapfire. Spear will give them the vision that they need. There's your Chrono. Into Earth Splitter. Is this the moment they've been waiting for? TA gets solo, but a nightmare at the last second. The arena comes out. They're all trapped inside. Sonic Wave comes out. They do get the Templar Assassin. Poloson's going to die as well, but the Static Storm will finish the job onto this Faceless Void. And now it's all free game for Emo here. Looking for another follow-up kill, but doesn't look like he's going to pressure too much further as Echoes goes in for Bobica. He's out of mana for this. Trying desperately to finish the job. Doesn't have it. And now the Quap will get himself an ultra kill. Blink in from the Centaur to get the kill. And Emo does not have the damage here.
I was worried they weren't going to have the damage for that because I feel like they've been miscommunicating on this Chronosphere a couple times. But she cookies in as the Chronosphere comes out, so then she can't Mortimer's Kisses into the Chronosphere. Fortunately, still enough damage to kill a TA since her item of choice has been Blink, Deso, Butterfly, and the only items giving her any stats are the Hurricane Pike, so she is still pretty squishy once Refraction's down, which Mortimer's Kisses is great at taking down. I think they went a little over aggressive there. I do think they are strong enough to push even without the Aegis. I don't think you can go like blindly into the Chrono. With that said, Chrono is now down, so I mean you kind of can go blindly now, and I don't think they can kill you.
Yeah, I think you should just go to the high ground now. Like Roshan's not gonna. We'll see the respawn timer in just a moment, but.
They'll wait for it at this point. Well, maybe they'll push while Chrono's down, but then as it gets close, you'll wait for Roche, knowing that it should be up soon, and you'll have TA to check the exact time.
Radiant are scared.
All right,
Medium
so
spawn.
yeah, 90 seconds till Roche. Bottom lane, Storm Spirit, Yule speared back, blinking from the Queen of Pain with a silence to follow it up. And that is another death for this Storm.
Alright, they're just gonna wait Roche. I thought it was Storm dead, you know, maybe go poke a little bit, but they're playing this one as safe and methodical as you can be.
I'm trying to wonder if you are creating an opportunity for Tearlaments to stabilize the game by not threatening the high ground, but if you keep getting kills, I'm sure it's okay. Like, Faceless Void cannot do it alone. At least not for a while.
Yeah, I think there is some danger when you don't push soon enough. But I think they recognize they have a pretty big lead, and I think it's okay to delay for this Roche right here, and then try to end the game with it. Smoke's coming, but it's a little bit too late. Actually, the timing ended up closer than I thought.
All right, jumped in from the Storm, committed the BKB. They're going to go ahead and commit the BKB from the Faceless Void as well. 7E is dead on the Snapfire. As the chase going to continue, Elder Titan's going to pause. Oh, that's awkward.
Disconnected. I was wondering where he was in that fight. Because usually as you attempt the steals, you throw in the Spirit, drop the Earth Splitter. Unfortunate time if he had to disconnect there. I'll be real, I don't think it changes this game, even if he was. You are very, very far behind here. And the most recent kill they managed to find was really off of Yakutou overextending. Let's see what they can do here. 4v5. I think you
they got
would
no
have to give up
BKBs.
one barracks, wait for Snapfire ult, and then you have to land the Dream, Chrono, Earth Splitter, Mortimer's Kiss. And then you GG after that because they respawn and they kill you. Because I don't know how you do this.
Yeah, you now have a fresh Aegis getting ready to go to the high ground. No BKBs in the Storm or this Faceless Void. Your Snapfire is dead for 20, so your Chronosphere damage is going to be lacking.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, this is the building damage that I was surprised they didn't just poke a little bit earlier. Even if they don't finish the whole thing, you know, like look how quickly Fly kills buildings. You could just chip it down bit by bit every time they got a kill. He's doing it now though. 5 seconds till the Centaur's up. One more forward fight. Yeah, one more fight. One more Dream Chrono. Mortimer's in 25 seconds.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Yeah, they are just unable to do anything about this. They're going to start for the Templar Assassin, but again, she's got the Aegis. In comes the kinetic field. The Spear as well will pin him down. Storm Spirit does manage to find a good opening on the backside, but a Feed's Grip just catches the Faceless Void in his BKB. He's so low, he dies. Oh boy, that's the GG for sure. And Arena just to trap them in their fountain, just adding insult to injury. But yeah, game number 2 will go to Yakutou Brothers, and we're gonna have our first game 3 here in these Chinese qualifiers.
Which I'm not too surprised by. I think we saw that use it on Weaver, which it really limits your ability to kill anybody else.
Prepare for battle.
All right, well, here we go. It is game 3 here. Yakutou Brothers versus Tearlaments, and we'll see how these lanes end up going. The mid Beastmaster versus Shadow Fiend, it shouldn't actually be that bad for the Beastmaster, but I think level 3 and level 5 of the Shadow Fiend are pretty massive power spikes. In terms of heroes that can rotate for the power runes, though, I kind of like Tearlaments a little bit better. Oh, that's smoke.
5 on 5. And nothing happens. Rare to see that. I like the idea though. Night Stalker went Night Rain, you know, so he's not very strong here. It does mean these smoke plays are awkward because your smoke breaks and it's daytime, so it's harder to sneak up on people. I think that's why they were trying to get in here to at least block the camps as well, but a good call by Tearlaments, already in the area, and now going to go for their own smoke.
The battle begins.
All right, successful invade there. Oh wait, never mind. Firefly still got the bounty rune.
Round 3 of body blocking the creeps in the bottom lane. I think Earth's going to try to stop this, but actually Bane is already here. So Equilibrium will be in a good spot for Zeal and Baboka once again.
Oh, that hurts for Emo. Tried to get a boar last hit, but raised the one that was about to expire.
Did get the other one though, which is 36 gold.
Yeah.
It is quite nice.
All right. Well, in the bottom lane here, we've got the Mars and the Bane up against the Pugna and the Ursa. I think overall the lanes should go pretty well. Like, you don't have a ton of you don't have like a ton of damage out of the Ursa in this lane. Like, you could very easily just like Nightmare to sleepwalk someone and then set up a spear, which at level 2 I think you have to be very careful of. But they actually get their level 2 timing first on the side of Tearlaments. They put a lot of damage into Zeal as a result.
Yeah, this is the cost of doing that body block that they've been doing so often. You tend to hit level 2 after your opponents, but because you're under your own tower, it's usually pretty hard to be killed. I feel like they're thinking about it. Like, can you make it in time to spear him back if I Nightmare like this?
They can. It's just you have the... I was like, you have the
Didn't
ward
stop.
there that causes a lot of damage, and with that, ZZQ will grab first blood.
Dude, I can't believe that didn't stun on the tower. Fell just short. Otherwise, you get that kill, and maybe you still die to Ursa, but it would take him longer. The fact that Pugna got another blast and an attack off, they get the kill first.
Yeah, it definitely didn't go according to plan there for them. Boba Cut, no mana quite yet for the Nightmare. We'll be able to survive, but Lotus Pool, this one's going to end up going the way of the Tearlaments, so that's a little bit rough.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
If I can't have you, no one will.
The CS-wise in the top, I feel like Night Stalker usually wants to be winning with Night Rain, but Weaver's a pretty good laner, and then you pair it with the Warlock, so it's actually going even, which they actually kill mid. Got the Impalement art slow and to tame the beast, and the extra boar slow as well. All right, I did not expect to see a Shadow Fiend die.
You definitely have better heroes that can rotate mid on the side of Tearlaments than as opposed to on the side of your Culpros. Like, Polosin's not going to move on the Warlock. Like, unless they get a kill here, maybe he'll rotate when they're respawning or something, like go through the Twin Gate, but he's up here to keep this Weaver alive.
Round 2, Ringmaster's back. Night Stalker's actually falling behind in this lane. Pretty worrisome because it is about to become daytime in like 25 seconds. And if you're already losing the lane now, it doesn't get any easier. Well, I guess it does get a little easier once you get your Helm of the Iron Will, which is being delivered right now.
That's nice. They're going to turn around here with the silence, but
Tower is under attack.
just to make some space here. Dude, Strongman Tonic Night Stalker looks terrifying.
Looks like a very strong man. Oh, Bane TP'd up here preemptively. Sneaky daytime play. Night Stalker's daytime vision is bad, but there is an observer that scouts this out, so they should know to back off.
A really good ward there. Yeah, just wasting a lot of this Bane's time.
Structures are fortified.
But they will go for the dive anyway. They get the slow. The swarm is out. And with the help of the Bane and the Warlock, they will claim the kill. Fly gets the credit.
I don't know, it's stuck around too long. I feel like he knew they were all there.
Radiant's
He
top
just
tower
greeted
is
out
under
for a last hit
attack.
that he shouldn't have.
Oh, Emo taking some
Radiant
stacks. Okay.
structures are fortified.
I think it was like a triple
Dire's
stack,
middle
so
tower is under attack.
I kind of mentioned, even if you're not having a great time in lane, you just stack and you go farm it all on the Beastmaster. That is a good play. Steal that away. Beastmaster seeing if he can make the same move, but there are no stacks here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, that is a very nice rune. Regen running on the Shadow Fiend. He's going to use this to clean up the hard camp as well. Have no problem with mana now. Oh man, that is the best rune, dude.
Tower has fallen.
That is some good value.
Radiant structures are
Both
fortified.
teams steal the enemy Wisdom Shrine, so in the end it is even, but it's Shadow Fiend who, on his rotation, not only found kills, but found a bunch of farm, and it's all essentially free thanks to that regen rune.
Yeah, you're going to lose bottom tower thanks to the Pugna, but you already lost your top tower, so I think overall, pretty good trades here for your Cult Brothers. I think mostly it's like Shadow Fiend coming out ahead because he does need to be ahead. Like, this is a hero that does not play well from behind, especially into heroes like the Night Stalker and the Beastmaster. So we'll see if this little stimmy of the triple ancient stack and that hard stack will get him to some good item timings.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think more than anything, it slows down the Beastmaster, which is a very momentum-based hero. Even though the start of your game is usually just farm AFK until you finish your first major item. But that's the thing, right? Like, you're extending that period by stealing his stacks. And now he's just going to continue to AFK farm. Night Stalker didn't have the greatest time in the lane, so it's getting close to nighttime. You might be able to start running at heroes with your Helm of the Dominator. But it's not as strong as having a Beastmaster ready to go.
And you still have Bane who, like,
Dire are scanning.
has nighttime advantage as well. So even though nighttime's going to come up and, like, that's a great time for the Night Stalker, it's also a great time for the Bane. Like, if he just plays away from the Night Stalker, he's trying to get his level 6 by soaking mid right now. We'll just see him try to put that Fiend's Grip on cooldown immediately.
Oh.
Ooh, nice use of the Earth Stalk there just to get away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think they'll still get Pugna for the efforts, but he's a pretty fast.
Spear off the mark.
No.
Wow, they actually just Fiend Script this. Okay, well,
Radiant's
not quite
bottom
what I
tower
expected,
is under
but
attack.
he did put the ability on cooldown right away.
Yeah, some uncommon misses from Zeal, Grandmaster Mars player. But it happens to the best of us. does mean you have to commit the Fiend's Grip just to kill the
Radiant's
Pugna.
bottom tower is under attack.
But look at the bottom tower nonetheless.
Dire are scanning.
And they should feel pretty good. 3k gold lead at 10 minutes.
Is under attack.
Especially into a Night Stalker. That's pretty good state of affairs.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, with that bottom tower dead, Fly still able to protect his for now, but with the Beastmaster here, you've also got a level 6 Ringmaster. I think they can get the kill. I mean, with Roar, if it connects, he's definitely dead. Which, there it is. Ringmaster should have the follow-up into the taunt, and that will be a dead Weaver.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Warlock's trying to hang
structures are
around here in case his
fortified.
team wants to defend, but he's just being run down by a Croaker.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah, the
attack.
Croaker stun missed, but Tame the Beast will not, and that will be a kill. Making him work for it, but Echoes claims it with the Helm of the Dominator.
He actually placed a ward right before he died,
Dire's
but
top
I don't think they
tower is
noticed.
under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh, interesting. Pugna went Soul Ring, and he's gonna get Tranquils.
That's a different idea.
A golden thread.
I'm up to
Maybe he
see
just
how this
feels like he
pays
needs to be
off.
faster.
Dire's
Well, he got the mid tower, so that's nice, but he's definitely dead for that one. Third raise to secure the kill there from Emo. I mean, honestly, if you're Pugna and you die for a tower by yourself, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, the play itself is
Smoke up.
fine. I'm still tripped up on the item
Radiant's
build.
middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
Tranquils is different for sure.
Tranquils was the old way to do it when Life Drain could get you mana back.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Now that that's no longer the case, most people go Arcane Boots, especially because Siphoning Ward gives you a bunch of mana. Bugs will help keep track of the Night Stalker, but he's pretty fast. Oh, it's a good
I mean,
micro.
he's
the
taking
Warpine
so
Raiders.
much damage here. Holocid cut him off. He cut him off and it drops the golem. Okay. That's a nice find.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, there's some good micro there from the Night Stalker. Used the Warpine War Raider to slow down Zeal from getting close. I think that's why he thought he could get away, but a good movement from Poloson. It does require the Chaotic Offering, which is a little bit costly, but
Well, Bobaca's gonna get caught from the Roar bottom after the Wheel of Wonder,
Attack.
which he did go Helm of Dominator again on this Bane.
Mambo.
Nice.
Mambo.
I'm all for it. Sometimes you play creative heroes, sometimes you play boring heroes in creative ways.
Dire are scanning.
Weaver,
Gucci'd all
caught
the
from
way
the
in here.
silence. Yeah, the Arena of the Spear is gonna give him the ton. No, he dies to the ward. Oh no! Good old Pugna ward seals the fate of the Weaver. Now, can you get away from the Shadow Fiend? A blink spear out from Zeal, doing a lot of work. They get the kill onto the Pugna. They get the kill onto the Ursa. That is a double for Emo as 7E. Does not have a lot left in the tank, but the Beastmaster's coming.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Who's gonna find who? A blink, a nice God's Rebuke will find the kill now. Alpha here on this Night Stalker doing a lot of work. Zeal still has one spear left, trying to save this Shadow Fiend. Will not be able to, as now Echoes will clean up big. Triple kill for the Beastmaster, as that Aghanim Scepter timing could not have been better.
No, he got so much value out of that. Gained himself an extra 1,200 gold right away.
12,000 gold.
That'll be insane. Game over at that point. I don't even know
That
what
was
do you
like
buy. You'd buy like Blink. Do you buy Blink
Dude,
BKB?
if I'm Beastmaster and I just get 12,000 gold, I would buy Shiva's Blink.
Oh, that's pretty good. Just kill people nonstop.
It's just, you need the armor as well, right? You're against Bugs and Shadow Fiend,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
but it just would give you so much amp. I don't know. We don't really see the Shiva's build on him. I think realistically the smart build would probably just be BKB Blink, and then you go for like your refresher and stuff. But
Yeah, we don't see it much anymore because the Ags got nerfed.
yeah,
But I do see some value to it this game. There's a lot of healing coming from the Warlock, and the Vision's kind of nice to have versus the Mars during Arena. So maybe later he could get it.
Dire's middle tower
For
is
now,
under
they're gonna actually
attack.
steal away the Roche. It's really easy to do when you have the Swarm, plus the negative armor from Shadow Fiend. So pretty straightforward Roche, stolen away from the Ursa and the Aghanim's Beastmaster.
it's actually going to give them a lot of time to play with. Like in this last fight, that Weaver, if he doesn't die on the time-lapse cast there, which the irony is that he could have just walked away and would have lived. Like he was bailed out and saved by his team, but wanted to pop the time-lapse to try and get back in and fight, and just dies to the Death Ward. Or, I'm sorry, the Nether Ward.
I think it's a Death Ward when you get a kill with it.
True. Yeah. It gets upgraded.
Would it be too much of a nerf to Nether Ward if... Technically, you do see it on your buff icon, or I guess debuff icon. It's just hard to keep track of that in the middle of a fight. What if your spells, like, flashed a certain color? Like, they're glowing green when you're under it. Would that be too much of a nerf to it? People would be way more aware of when they were under Nether Ward?
It would probably be too much of a nerf. Like, it's a kind of a weird nerf, right? I feel like the better nerf to Pugna is to just make it so he stops getting so much health and mana back from Nether
No.
Ward. But,
they
you know,
should.
maybe
The
glowing
numbers are-
green icons is the nerf that he actually needs.
No, you're right. The numbers are pretty crazy on Siphoning Ward. I think if you cut it down by maybe 10% each, that would be good. I also think if you nerfed Nether Blast, either reduce the damage or reduce the amount it did to towers. That could also be a good approach.
I would rather them not do that, though, because that's like that's what Pugna is. That's like iconic to this hero. It's one of the few things that this hero does really well.
Nether Ward making your life miserable is also pretty iconic to the hero.
Yeah. But it didn't used to make him tanky, which is the hard thing.
That's true. Just did the damage.
Dire's middle
It did
tower
damage,
is
and it
under
used to just suck your mana away, which was super annoying for a long time.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I remember the old days of mid Pugna. They just put the ward on their high ground in mid, and you're just like, okay, I guess I won't play the lane now. Thank you.
Even in the side lanes, you would just put it in the really thick tree lines and it'd be like, okay, cool. It's like, I can't find it, and I will just lose all my mana
Dire's
after you
top
cast
tower
it 2
is
more
under
times.
attack.
Awesome.
I like how they patched those types of anti-fun mechanics out of the game, but then OD still exists as a hero.
Does he exist as a hero? Unpicked for the last several tournaments.
That's fine. Let's keep it that way.
Let's see if Tearlaments
3
can,
really
get a
aggressive
pick off
wards
here.
placed up top here.
Yeah, you gotta get a kill with this.
Yeah, that's the Atos reveal. Echo actually cliffs himself with a tumbler toy. We forced the TP on out, but you get the Shadow Fiend. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, makes all your observers worth it. Though I think that should give you an idea that there's vision in that area. Those wards might not last too long.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It does mean they committed a lot of abilities, so don't think they can fight for Tormentor, which is spawning bottom. Kind of forgot about that because of Night Rain in the game. Used to be the big reason to pick the Night Stalker.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, give it to the farming Bane with the Helm of the Dominator, Aether Lens.
That's a crazy shard for him this game.
It should mean we see the Ags this game.
Yeah, I agree. He's also just got, like, with that Aether Lens that you mentioned, it's like it allows him to just pretty much guarantee he's going to find at least the Nightmare into, like, a Fiend's Grip on someone, and it's really up to the Night Stalker to shut it down.
Yeah, this is where this hero gets a little ridiculous. The Aether Lens is such a nice quality of life buff, but it sometimes feels like you have to buy other items, which I can't believe he's actually queuing up Glimmer right now. Who are you, Baboka? Who are you? Buy an Aghanim's. I know you want to. But you'll be able to throw in Feeble from super far away.
This is a really deep play here. They get on top of Zeal. He gets the arena off, trying to bait all 4 or 5 of them are stuck. Huge fatal bonds as well. Can they find any of these kills? Echoes does manage to get the kill onto the Warlock, but he came in deep for this. One more auto attack. A Nightmare from downtown will walk ZZQ in. How does this happen? A 5-hero arena into fatal bonds on your own high ground at 21 minutes.
No, they got too excited to jump the Mars and weren't able to finish the actual kill. The Fiend's Grip, we do see it. We see the counterplay. Like, it's useful to grip the Beastmaster, but the Ringmaster save is just so easy. You just escape act and back out. That might actually be why he's not buying the Aghanims, because he's like, he'll get it, and then he's like, oh, it's still just countered by escape act. Boca smarter than me. Gonna get the Glimmer instead.
I mean, he's got a lot of value out of the items he already has. Like, he's just farming jungle with his Troll Summoner top. And last game we did see the Glimmer Cape on the Bane actually have some pretty sick plays where he just Glimmer Capes through the tree lines and Fiend's Grip someone out of Invis. $4,000 gold lead now for your Colt brothers as... Oh!
Ooh, he wanted that roar. I think he misclicked on a creep and then had to re-roar because I saw him stop twice. Oh, better to cancel and miss than to roar a creep.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they know a fight's coming. They're going to look for Emo. He gets the blink! That was so close. Has a haste rune as well. They're going to smoke. Under their own ward, just a BKB immediately from this Night Stalker to try and sit on top of these heroes. You've lost the Pugna right away. There's your Fiend's Grip. Waited long enough, and with this, one after another, they're gonna fall as Fly gets a double kill. This Weaver is so strong, and Echoes, he is stuck outside of his base. Dude, if Bane walks even just slightly down, he would get vision of him.
Still might.
Oh, blink in, roar, BKBs, but there's gonna be the Golem and of course the defensive Nightmare. Echoes just dies. They're gonna dive for the Ursa as well. Your base doesn't belong to you. 5 heroes dead as they don't have a creep wave thanks to Night Stalker.
That is some good micro. I guess he was dead. Is it really micro if it's the only thing you can do? Maybe not, but that literally saves them because they should have lost bottom barracks and then one hero goes mid to like start pushing that one in and you possibly lose like the tier 3 mid as well. So very heads up play to drag, what is this, like 20 creeps around in a circle. This is why the irony of Helm of the Dominator, which used to be a momentum item, is now dragging out games as well.
Oh, he's going to get pulled pretty far in. Now, they do get the silence. Fly with a Hurricane Pike there to get him to safety, though. They will lose their last outer towers, though. They're going to lose both of the tier 2 towers in exchange for saving that lane of Rax. Well, actually, mid tier 2 is going to hold.
I think you can keep sitting here and chipping it away. You still have this observer from earlier that they used to win the fight like a minute or two ago that led them to this whole sequence. But Roche is also in that realm of spawning. 45 more seconds. And I think if you stick that on Weaver... Yeah, I was thinking like maybe you put on SF, but I think Weaver just makes more sense. Replace the wand. He did end up getting a nullifier. I wasn't sure how soon he would do it, but he has the Deso, Hurricane, nullifier, so the saves from these supports do not matter anymore. Well, actually, I think you can still cancel the Fiend's Grip. Like, I think if you cast Escape Axe, even if they're nullified, I think it's enough to break it. I'm not 100% sure on that. I might have to test that later. I think you know you're going to lose Roche. I feel like this is where you have to go get the Helm Dom creep. You got to go find one with AoE and set it on the enemy's half of the map ahead of time to cut creep waves like he did in that previous fight. You know you're going to have to waste 5 minutes of Aegis time here.
Yeah, I mean, the Radiant Scan does connect. There's the Roar. Roshan. Gonna die here pretty quickly. Aegis and Banner into the hands of Yakutou brothers. They're now up 12,000 gold. A pretty substantial lead that they've built over the last several minutes. And I think from this, you just need to start getting your lanes out. Oh, gee, Shadow Fiend almost has an Aghanim Scepter. It's pretty huge. All right, he has it. Sold something for it. I'm not really sure what. But yeah, has Lincoln's Aghanim Scepter now, so... Emo, a serious problem to deal with. Beastmaster is cutting your wave. You do have like one creep though.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, actually intercepts a courier. So they know some of them are hiding on the side behind the Beastmaster now because of that.
They just need to go high ground with this one wave that they have. They have a banner.
Yeah, I feel like you either just go with this wave, or I thought Mars was going to keep pushing in mid, so you could go with that one as well, but they are smoked together.
Okay, banner's down. There we go.
Yeah, they're playing it safe. They didn't rush up to clear the wave. Unfortunately, I do think that's going to cost you your barracks.
I mean, they get the Roche banner out of it, so it's not going to be there for the mid push, but yeah, that is the full lane of Rax. Luckily for the Radiant, there is an amplified damage that has not been scouted by the side of Yakutou bros.
I think they're about to go scout it, though. Oh, well.
They're just going to push mid. His top lane already pushed all the way in thanks to the Helm of the Dominator. Fly with this Alpha Wolf aura is going to be doing some serious damage.
I like that.
Jump in. Bash. Ooh, spear off the mark, but they're going to try and assassinate the backline, and they do. They manage to get the kill onto the Warlock. Fiend's Grip is there. They do get the Escape Act, and it comes out just in time. The Requiem hits nothing. As the BKB out from Echoes will mean he just TPs to safety. So Ursa goes in, gets the Aegis. All right. This is the best fight we've seen so far. But it did cost them pretty much everything.
Yeah, it was a good wraparound. And I like that Warlock. He realized what was happening when he placed his sentry and he saw how new that observer was. He's like, oh, they're approaching. I got to get out. But it still wasn't far enough away despite that quick reaction. The Beastmaster just jumps him, roars, and without that extra team fight from the Chaotic Offering, the Fatal Bonds, you're also removing the Vlads from the fight, right? That can give a big damage boost to this Shadow Fiend.
Oh
this
my
Weaver
goodness.
Mars. Ooh, Echoes, you gotta be careful here.
He's so dead. There's a Hurricane to send him back if he even needs it. Nullifier is out. Escape Act cannot save you. And a Nightmare coming through. Time lapse from Fly, not knowing where this Ursa is. He got bashed and killed once. Does not want to die again. And with that kill, they might be able to threaten the high ground again. Emo. Blink. Yules. No, don't go for the Raccoon.
what
They
a
do
bait.
get the Enrage out of it, though.
Radiant's
That was nice.
are fortified.
And there's your Amplify damage.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Mars sitting in the back, looking for an opening. Ursa's gonna go in. Does need to be careful. Spear again off the mark, but the BKB gets forced anyway. That'll be a second lane of racks down, looking for the third. But instead, they will back away, try and grab the creep wave, as the Beastmaster will be respawning in a moment.
I think the damage.
All right,
they've
he goes
done
for the
is
Hex on
plenty.
Mars now.
That is one of the ways you could kill the Ursa. We've seen the Enrages and the BKBs coming out, preventing the quick combos, but one Hex will be enough to combo with something like the Requiem. Get a pretty instant kill onto Ursa.
They're gonna go through the Twin Gate, grab the Tormentor.
Mambo.
Radiant
Who will get this one? It goes to Polison. All right.
Scouting
Yeah,
so
they come
far.
in. I was gonna say that would be an insane attempt through that Twin Gate. They were smoked all the way up there as 4.
Alright, they'll at least remove a couple wards, reclaim some of their own map. But it is certainly a tough battle here. This Weaver is just doing so much damage.
Yeah.
And we kind of harped on it in game 1, but now the tables are reversed. You don't actually have the best crowd control to kill slippery hero like Weaver while also dealing with being able to cancel Fiend's Grip and, you know, maybe like some channels from the Upheaval. It's all on this Night Stalker with the Crippling Fear. And that's a lot. That's a lot to ask of him. When every time he charges in, he gets Fiend's Grip, and then no one can help him. I wonder if they're really going to wait for Roche. I think they're strong enough that they can group up and, you know, poke a little bit, but I suppose this is game 3, you know. If you're going to play it safe, now is the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you really need to be fair. Your team has pretty much everything that they could need. I don't think you approach through top, though. I think you'd be better off like approaching through bottom, looking for a kill, and then trying to go like end the game at that point.
Dude, Baboka is so rich. Okay, after his Helm Dom Aether, he now has a Lincoln Sphere and an Aeon Disc. This guy's printing money out here with his Helm Dom and his free shard he got.
That's pretty hype. All right, looks like they are going to make the approach through top lane. Smoke up. 2 minutes on the Roshan.
Radiant's
Zemo
top
will
tower
grab
is
one
under
Wisdom
attack.
Shrine. The Night Stalker will grab the other.
They're just forcing the buildings. Everyone's got to
I
come
think you
back.
can,
You've already
right?
Lost your tier 3.
You've got the Lincoln Sphere to protect them. You've got so many heroes.
You got 2 Lincoln Spheres. 2 Lincoln Spheres, Nightmare Save.
Blink, Hex Reveal into the Blink Requiem. He just gets deleted. BKB forced out of the Night Stalker, and well, they do get an escape back to keep the Ringmaster alive. Echoes is going to go in, try to do what he can here with the Roar, but has to run away as there's too much damage coming in from the Weaver, and that is a really nice Fiend's Grip, buying some time. They do get the kill onto the Mars. And the question remains, can you stop this Weaver from just killing your old team? He's going to get himself a double kill. Night Stalker on a sliver of HP will survive, but that's going to be the GG. Yakult Brothers will take this one and move on to the upper bracket finals.
Stuns be good. I feel like game 1 and game 3, it was the case of one mobile hero, no stuns to deal with it, and they eventually get out of control. This time it is the Weaver